Hey, ladies and gentlemen, ho ho ho, and welcome to the Smite Holiday Cup. Sorry for that introduction, but I had to do it. And here we are. It is the Cursed Voice Holiday Spectacular. My name is hi-rez Bart. That is Dry Bear. I am wearing a brown Argyle style sweater. Dry Bear with his camera hating pattern.
Got like this rug style. It's like I wrapped a rug around myself.
These are the ugliest sweaters we could find with a day's notice. But welcome one and all. And we have a fun little tournament for you this weekend. We're paying out down through 8th place, top 3 getting cash, all 8 getting gems, and a holiday chest roll to everybody that makes it into that top 8 as well.
So festive.
It's such a
We're such a festive group, and we also got snow going on. There's a little ornament behind us, powered by Cursed Voice, of course, as is the Smite World Championship. We're having the first game here. We've got the Thirsty Men.
The Thirsty Men.
The Thirsty Men. They need some eggnog.
Wait, no. It looks like we have a different matchup here. I don't think this is the Thirsty Men and the Dignitas Yellow Brigade here. This looks like 5 angry.
This is like a piece, maybe?
Bros.
So we got Mace to the Face rushed.
Yeah, and then
Homie FA.
Yeah.
And across the way we've
Paradox.
we got the bagel. We got the bagel.
Oh, look at this, dude. This is production value right here.
We just like sway it. Sway it in.
But
But look how festive it is. I mean, we got new brackets. We've got new colors. Snow going everywhere. Well, this is the first matchup of the tournament.
It's 2 teams.
2 teams.
It's the 5 angry men, and I wish I was Adanas'.
I see. All right.
Very good. Well, we're waiting for the picks and bands guys to come in, and we encourage you to watch it in real time with us.
Rod's going to be banned out here immediately off the bat if angry men are angry about that chicken. Because chicken's not for Christmas.
So there's a lot of angry men, is what I'm learning here. There's a lot of angry men, and they're interchangeable. Their anger is equal in all respects.
Well, someone could become angry for a weekend and then be less angry for the rest.
That's true. That's right. There's a level of angry that you need to be to play on the angry men, and well, only certain players are able to achieve that. Oh, and look at this. As you can see, we did a little tinkering with our picks and fan screens here.
So the question for me is, why are they banning ISIS? I mean, Sylvanas, Ra, I understand. Serket, I understand.
Not sure why they are doing any of the things they're doing here. I mean, Sylvanas, I don't think he's a first ban. I think he's more of that second phase ban.
Well, I think that you've got Jordan over there. You got Bagel.
Well,
I wish I would honest. They do like Sylvanas.
You can play so aggressively into Sylvanas, right? Like if you just pick the Athena or the Geb and versus that Sylvanas, you can kind of bully him in the lane, and then if he's behind, he's not that big of a threat. He's pretty easy to kill. Very limited self peel, very limited options when he's getting aggressed onto. So, if they pick a Sylvanas first, right, and you pick Thor Athena, right, like the Sylvanas is just dead, and there's really nothing you can do. But that being said, we do have first pick Thor on the side of the Angry Men and the Adanas boys. Well, they're going to take Apollo Geb. And World keeps on spinning. Nothing new to see here.
Across the way, they're going to pick 2 more here. They got 2 more before the first pick phase ends. We go back into bans. They've got their jungler, Imagine. Now they look for possibly something more like a mid or maybe even a strong hunter pick since Apollo has already been selected. But it looks like they're going to be grabbing Osiris. And since the last patch, we have upgraded one of our goddesses. And it's Nox, goddess of the night. So they're going to try her out, and we'll see what she does.
She's going to dominate the laning phase. And
it's probably going to go to Mace to the face, you think?
Yeah, this seems like a Mace God.
Mace God.
Which, I guess that's why they banned out ISIS, right?
There you go.
Because Mace to the Face is a big ISIS advocate.
Kitty cat.
The kitty going to come. Bass is going to be selected by the Adanas team. So they've Geb Bastet, pretty decent synergy there. She can get in, get out fairly well. He can, remove some
rotations,
of those.
early Gold Furies.
Yeah.
Throw those caddies on the Gold Fury, tank it up.
That's true. Yeah, they have a really nice Gold Fury team around that 5-6 minute
so far.
Mark. But that being said, 5 angry men with Nox spamming those spells and Thor counter initiation.
Here comes the Hunter ban.
Can be
There's
quite strong. Yeah, they're going to take out the Rom here as their ban. Not a big surprise. They took the Apollo, get rid of the Rom, force out what maybe the Uller, maybe the Neath. Maybe
I think there's a lot of choices to make here. And obviously with Rom ban and Apollo taken, I don't think 5 Ringer Men really cares what they get next, right? I don't think they're going to really they may not even pick up Hunter right away.
Yeah,
right?
It should be their last pick at this point, right? They should be really focusing on
Yana
taking
is going to go away.
What we'd expect to be their jungler next, although it could be Osiris. Bassett, I guess, could solo lane as well from the Adanas side.
Osiris has already been selected,
as unlikely.
So.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, Osiris could be their jungle, could be their solo. It's kind of a swing right now. I expect Nox for mid lane, although she could be a jungle.
Well, I mean, Thor, I would imagine would go in the jungle, but it is homie FA, and I know he likes to play weird things like support Thor and that kind of thing. And it also could be the reason why they haven't selected support yet is they're looking to do that Thor support that we've seen every now and then. Looking for a mid and a solo laner here for I Wish Adanas. It looks like Vulcan's going to be hovered on. Surprisingly enough, he made it this far into the ban.
Yeah, pretty deep down. Really, you would have seen him maybe first selected in that Nox position, perhaps. You know, like that's where we see the first mage picked up.
Sure.
A little surprising to see her over him, as it were. But,
well, I think some teams some teams are overvaluing the nerf that he got, and some teams are undervaluing the nerf that he got. Right? Some teams like, oh, he's fine, he hasn't changed. Some teams like, oh, no, he's the worst ever now.
Gotcha.
So perspective.
Neath is going to be considered here. Normally we see Neith's paired with the Bastet, not against the Bastet.
Okay.
A lot of synergy with that global to set up the cats. But here, Athena obviously
Jungle Thor, solo Osiris.
A bit of her own global synergy with the Neith arrow. Although they don't really have much outside of the Thor that close distance really well, which is generally a hallmark of Athena teams. Yeah, no surprise to see them maybe switch this one up to a Hercules in my book. And they will lock that in. So it makes more sense for me. A little bit more of that stand and fight frontliner can pair up nicely with Osiris. The Thor makes space for Thor in the fights and overall makes space for the Nox and the Neith to farm up through the early stages of the mid game. I think it's a nice pick. And on the side of Adanas, he'll take the baby, even in his reduced babby form.
Well, it's not going to change all that much, right? He's still got a great kit, one of the best clears.
It's still 100
power. Lane. I mean,
it's still good.
Well, it's still 100 power. He dropped 40 off the top. And across the way, I mean, 500 men, I think they ended up going for someone that could be less easily ignored, right? Because if Athena's taunt is down, you just ignore her. You're like, okay, I'm going to go around her. And so Hercules brings that front line like you were mentioning. But the other thing, too, is, Nox and Neith, if they get caught out, there's not much they can do, right? Neith with the most predictable backflip or jump in the entire game.
Yeah.
If she does that backflip, you know exactly where she's going and when she's going to get there. And Nox just waddles away.
And Vulcan can do a lot of damage to Neith, right? As you mentioned, the backflip's very easy to predict. You throw the meatball out, you hit him with a backfire. Neith, not a god that does great when under big duress from mages.
No.
She has some options versus assassins and other hunters, right, with her attack speed slows and her roots. But the mages, she definitely struggles with. I think that's why you've seen her fall out of the meta a bit, is that relative weakness against low or mid cooldown burst style mages like Vulcan and Poseidon. She definitely struggles there. So Hercules as the support, there's a little bit. It's going to be an interesting lane dynamic, right? Now Hercules, Neith, not really your traditional powerhouse lane that you would think of.
Well, I think they're going to be stuck in the lane a lot more than they're comfortable with, right? Apollo and Geb on the other side, they're both very capable of rotating. Geb, one of the strongest rotations to mid camps at that 3-minute mark. And, Hercules can get there, and he's certainly very powerful once he does, but not one of the fastest to get there. And Neith, whereas Apollo can rotate very quickly or go back to the base or head back to the base by flying and then walk back, Neith is kind of a lot slower in that regard. But the one benefit of this, she's playing that Book of Neith skin, and it's going to be pretty sweet.
Oh, that's right. We do have the Book of Neith skin.
Pretty sweet.
So shout-outs to that. If you didn't recall, guys, because we haven't done one of these in a while, at least I haven't, there is a 3-minute delay for the online version of Spectator. So we are.
Who knew?
We're having a good old time here. And
we got Curse Apollo, too. Look at that.
Is he in? He's
in.
All right. Curse Apollo making his way in the Curse Holiday Cup powered by Curse Voice.
Yeah, boy.
And look at that. Production on top of things this morning.
Play 5 games of Curse Voice and unlock the Apollo skin.
So now, what's going on in this? Does he have is there shots going through him?
I guess so, yeah.
Is he being attacked by Rom in this picture?
He's just dodging that.
Or did Pon just decide to cut out the random arrows
that's actually
from the foreground?
That's actually his mom asking him to do chores while he's at his desk. And he's dodging it.
Yeah, there's some strange choices. He's got the flaming white finger, and then he's got the arrows kind of pummeling him and going through his gut there, it looks like.
He's diving, ducking.
He's ducking and diving and bobbing and weaving?
Yep, bobbing and weaving. Well, I mean, we got 56 seconds left on the clock here, and the lineup here is looking, look across the way at Wish Adanas. I don't think anyone on that side besides Bastet is really concerned about the early game. They're just going to sit back and farm. They're looking to just lock this in.
Yeah.
Across the way, you see 500 men. They do have some kind of urgency here. Thor and Hercules can certainly fall behind very quickly if they don't get anything in the beginning. On Neith, well known for one of those late game hunters that falls off really hard comparatively. No natural steroids or anything like that. And generally, is one of the prime candidates for that unicorn build. Whereas across the way, there's not really anyone. I mean, I guess Vamana and Geb would be the only person you'd want to think about doing the unicorn build on. But everyone else, I mean, you want crit for Apollo, you want crit for Vulcan, you want crit for Bastet.
Yeah. Apollo could run the chin size. Neith could run the chin size. Hey guys. So in case you didn't know, we use the Open Broadcaster software often to run our production. I just assumed that's live and everyone
who
can
knows?
see that. But who knows? As we are. Oh wow.
This quite possibly could be.
Jeez.
Nothing. But sweet ornament.
Oh no. What's going on back there, production? Maybe they maybe had a little bit too much eggnog yesterday,
Possible.
or this morning, perhaps, as it were. And maybe we'll take a break in between games here and go get some eggnog of our own, because I tell you what, I am only moderately joyful.
Moderately joyful?
Moderately joyful.
You did say ho 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 when you came in.
I did, and that was all of my joy, and now
it's gone?
Now I feel like I need to re-up on the joy of life and the experiences that I'm having.
Oh, boy. Well, Geb's in the game.
Geb, if there's one thing that'll make me happy, it is Geb. Another thing that makes me happy is wishing that I was Adanas, which is a nice name for a team, but I'm sure no one actually wishes they were Adanas, as we are having a bit of technical difficulty, guys. Adanas will look to sort that out. Blame Brad, though. It's probably his fault. We'll be right back with the continuation of the Smite Holiday Cup, brought to you by Curse Voice. I'm Bart. That's Strawberry. We'll see you in a minute.
Ho ho ho.
Kevin. Hey, great job. There you go. Production. Mics are live. Screen is going. Game underway. 5 Angry Men versus I Wish I Was Adanas.
Do you really?
I don't. I wish I was Big Play Ray.
Big Play Ray.
Or maybe High Tech Peck. That's going to do. That's the mixtape of the year next year. Big Play Ray versus High Tech Peck. It's going to be really, really great. We'll get to see everything that Dos Peckies brings to the table.
Get Rudy here. Damage on top. Gonna kill. The rollout comes out, and he's fine.
As we so often see from these Pro-Am teams, Neath Arrow is absurdly good at level 1.
Yes, it is.
We used to see it all the time in the earlier days of Smite when teams, weren't as good, I guess, as they are now, and we see it from the Pro-Am teams quite a bit as well. Just getting caught out by those Neath Arrows, that root, and then the pile on top. Obviously, no follow-up stun there to really make it happen.
Well, I mean, the lineup for I Wish I Was Adanas, they don't really have a level 1 at all. I mean, they have a little bit of damage and some movement, but they have almost no control at all. Whereas you look at the lineup for 5 Angry Men, that's an incredible lineup for level 1. Whether Hercules goes for the Driving Strike or the Earthbreaker, they're both incredibly good. Stun from Thor or damage from the Hammer. Neath with the Root. I mean, they have a great lineup there, and they tried to abuse it, and it certainly did nothing for them, but they did get some good vision on either side.
Yeah. They did their thing. Pretty standard wards coming out. Right side dominant a little bit from Fam. They may look for that blue buff invade depending on positioning of Adanas. The left side is a little bit more warded on Adanas. The I Wish I Was Adanas team, and they even have their protection ward to see if this blue buff invade is indeed coming, and they will dodge that early aggression, giving up their blue buff. The double hog strat coming out. We saw this a lot in North America. In the regional finals especially. So basically what I'm saying there is that Homie Fee and Rush both will have that Hand of the Gods and use it to really, really quickly clear that blue buff. And it gives them this early lane advantage. As you can see, they're both sitting at level 2. And they will be ahead in the lane for a bit. What else this does is it allows
left side damage coming out. They're going for this kill here. They're going to find someone. Oh, that grab was actually really good. Apollo, of course, no follow-up going to come down through that one, and just Neath is already out of the party. Hercules taking some damage. But, of course, with the blue buff, I mean, they got both, right? They stole the blue buff on the top and gave it to Hercules. They got the blue buff on the bottom and gave it to Neath. And now, so, at this point, they've got perfect control of this lane because the blue buff will allow Hercules to constantly initiate, but also use mitigate wounds to heal himself back up.
Yeah, this is a really, really, really tricky situation.
Wow.
As you can see, what's really dangerous about this lane, especially when you lane Hercules, the point of why you do it. Let's hold that thought as you take a look at red buff going down. Not actually making it all the way down. Fam continues to aggress into the LSD Adanas team here. Wubba, formerly Met Yankee, I believe, is that player, taking some damage and down. Well, he won't go down, but he'll go back behind his tier 2, and they will give up this red. But it was delayed a bit, I guess. A glimmer of hope there for I Wish It Was Adanas, but this match so far seems honestly pretty one-sided. And if you don't know how to deal with the Hercules support, this is what ends up happening. He basically just dunks on your team. He runs forward, hogs your archers, and then stands in front of the wave. And if you try to take even one, kind of final pot shot just to do it, he'll just blow you up. And well, first blood goes away 5 Angry Men, and they take a red buff as well. About 1,000 gold to the advantage.
Damage in the mid lane is coming out, but Mace to the Face is unfazed by. You can see that Hide and Bush on Vulcan is having a really hard time up here. He's pushed back, and the harassment from Nox is proven to be very effective. Here comes Wubba, though, in the left lane, maybe looking for some kills here on the Paradox, but Icky Sticky on Hercules is going to keep him out of the area. They don't have vision, but a great call came from Mace to the Face. I didn't know she came, and they just backed right off.
Yeah, there's just no way that Bastet can be a threat right now to the Hercules and me. I mean, without an ultimate, she's really, really not very useful.
It's just damage.
In this game, yeah. It's just damage, and Hercules is one of the best gods in the game at dealing with just straight damage, especially moderate amounts of damage. Fast that's going to be putting out in the early game. Neath, maybe under a bit of trouble once those cats come out, but Hercules pretty decent peel with that AoE driving strike stun to help make some room for her. Mid lane Mesa face, as you can see, yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of damage from Wubba. And, well, looking over away, as you were mentioning, Vulcan struggling a bit, and, well, that's what you would expect, right? Nox should win this lane. This is a very, very favorable matchup for her, I feel like. Especially with the changes to Vulcan, a little bit more lead time on that meatball stun. You can dodge it with your one a lot easier, and well, you have him way out harassed, honestly, as that Nox kid is really great against mages, specifically like this one.
Lower damage out top, gonna find two. Meatball's gonna land. There's Cat coming out. Does she have the cats? She does indeed. Should be able to pop those up. There go the cats coming out there, landing on top. They can stick back to the lane. Mitigate wound should keep him alive, but Thor Dunk is coming down. Will this make a difference? Need ultimate onto Vulcan, plus the dunk,
nice
plus the
burst.
damage, and a big hammer will take down Vulcan. Geb is slowing them down. This should be the end of the fight, I would imagine. Wubba already out of it, but Athlete's being slowed down.
Yeah.
The Geb shield's going to keep him alive.
Great
There's the wall, and this is just death.
Yeah, here's Icky Sticky as well. He'll have his cooldowns back up. He doesn't need to get this Earthshaker to stop the rollout, and will not. And actually, Athlete will make it out, so, not hard to say that was really a good play on Athlete's side.
Well, Neath gives no care.
Yeah, it was more of a...
no rotation, no engagement.
Well, she threw out her ultimate. She did her thing. She went out the ultimate and went back to base, which, you can't really fault her for that. It's typical Neath play, but it's really more that that Hercules just bit off the mark.
Well, they're going for the right camp. You see both camps are kind of disjointed their respawns. The right one is already up, and the left one is about 30 seconds behind. So it's going to be a little easy for 5 Angry Men to try and grab both of them. Just kind of gives more time window. Devour's Gauntlets has been finished on Neath. Across the way, Apollo does not have his yet, but hasn't got back to base just yet. Fast stat. Got the knock, trying to get out of the way. Just have a jump here or cast. Damage on Icky Stick might take him down, though.
Oh, here comes his first Vulcan ultimate of the game. It's not going to be enough to get a kill, but it does do a bit of zoning out, lets Jordan secure the kill on the Hercules. Vulcan is a bit low. In comes the Apollo, but no way Apollo's killing Rush here. He's just too resilient against the physical damage with that Osiris.
Once he gets slowed, and then he gets
knockout.
knocked up.
Now it may be enough Archer damage coming as well. He uses his hog to get a bit of extra XP. He does go down in the end. And Fam playing a little bit overzealous, perhaps, but even with that fight going to the side of I Wish I Was Adanas, all 5 members of 5 Very Men sitting on top of that gold per minute chart. Leading
Dunk damage, Wubba backed away. There goes the hit, looking for the kill on Bagel. Can't find it. Nice Geb ultimate. He ultimate gets blocked. Damage from Nox is not going to be enough, and they're out. And I think, that was really strange, 5 Angry Men. There's not really much to gain there, right? That was a 4-minute, 4-man invade on movement speed buff. And it didn't really avail much. I mean, they got it, but at the same point, they ended up losing far more than expected. And also at the same point, they got Apollo to rotate very quickly, and Neath got there when the fight was already over, and that's the power of Apollo.
Yeah, but the thing that's going on here is that Hercules is out farming Vamana right now. Yeah, I mean, net worth-wise, all 5 members of 5 Very Men are sitting above the Adanas team, which it basically means right now that if they take a Gold Fury, this game is over. Essentially, right? Like, if they're already all 5 ahead, and then they get an extra set of gold on top of that, take a tower, take a Gold Fury, right? If they win a fight on the left side of the map, it's really, really hard for Adanas to win this game. Like at all. Just because of how it's played out, how the early game's played out. They've won all their lanes at this point. They've pressured the Vulcan a lot. They've gotten a couple kills on him.
Well, he's the least farmed in the game.
Osiris has a wonderful matchup versus Vamana. He should have no problems with that. Also will be a more dangerous hyper carry late stages with that nerf to Vamana.
Trouble here. Knocked away, looking for the rock, not going to find it. Bagel's going to get out on that one, but you can see that they're just abusing this lane left and right. Here comes the cats.
Yeah, and this is like kind of, the danger of picking Bastet into Thor, right? Like, he's rotating behind you, and, well, you dumped your whole kit. You did not that much because there's an enemy Hercules, and you got exploded by Buck and Neath, so...
Well, Neath's not done. Looking for Vulcan as
Knocks
well.
backside, knocks backside. Check it out.
There it goes.
Hiding on the bush.
Neath ultimate come through, going to find it, and that's it. So, easy enough. And that's the biggest thing, right? You look at Nox's gold right now. It's not the highest in the game, not even close. But you look compared to Vulcan's, I mean, about 450 gold between the two of them. That's a big gain for them, and that's going to be it. Icky Sticky going to back away from that tower, and there goes the damage. 7 minutes in the game, 4-2. The kill count is not really representative of what's going on here. As you can see that you got 4,300 experience and 2,700 gold in the favor of 5 Angry Men. Vulcan very underfarmed here, as well as the Apollo, the 2 characters you'd want to have a lot of gold on in the mid game. And 5 Angry Men is shaping up to have a strong transition here.
Yeah, minion kills are not, generally speaking, the most important stat in Smite. Last hit is really not that much better than not the last hit. It's about 33% difference. But
stat, looking for the kill. Vulcan not going to be there. There goes the Thor ultimate, not going to be. Oh!
Dangly parts.
Doesn't that just rough?
Yeah,
rough up your
Oh, wow, he went back in. What a baller.
Oh, the Serenade.
Yeah.
That's such a powerful spell.
If only all hunters had majestic, large, unmissable AoE hard CC.
Well, that's Thor down. That's Nox down. There goes Bastet in response, but now Osiris all by himself. Amon looking for this slow, not going to find it out of mana with that clear the path. And there's nothing really to gain. Again, this is just a lot of like fighting. I mean, they're not really fighting for something. There's not towers being taken. There's no gold furies. There's not even camps being taken. They're literally just brawling in the name of Santa Claus.
Right, so what I was getting at with talking about the minion last hits is that Neath is about 25 last hits ahead of Apollo in the lane, which is just really goes to show you how much zoning has happened in this duo lane. Like you were saying, the kills don't really represent the disparity in this game, but there's a massive net worth disadvantage and just the amount of XP as well. I mean, it's just getting out of control. 450 for the Apollo, 600 per minute for the Neath. She's just going to continue to pull way ahead. And, well, while Neath is nowhere near the late game carry of Apollo, she is definitely a force to be reckoned with through about the 35-minute mark, and it looks like Paradox is going to be really far ahead when we reach that point.
Well, let's see what she tries to go with here. I mean, there's a lot of options available to her. A nice Serenade left side will keep Bagel alive, and you know, with the Devourer's Gauntlets and a boots, pretty standard. That could be really anything that she wants to go towards. Across the way, I mean, there's not really much being picked up just yet. You can see that boots are pretty much done for everyone except for Apollo, as he did start Devourer's Gauntlets, and that's going to be it. Thor looking for some damage here, and Meatball not going to land. Bastet forced to disengage, and you know, one of the biggest downsides I think for I Wish Adanas, like you were mentioning, is the experience. You see that Wubba Wubba right now, level 7. The Rock's going to come out. There's the Neath ultimate. He's just dead to rights, and it's going to put him even further behind. Vulcan as well, level 8. I mean, they just don't have levels. Dude,
shout-outs to Jeff, the Canadian Hinla, for subscribing to Smite Game Chat. Great job. I know the exchange rate coming out of those loonies and toonies is a little bit expensive, but great to see you, Jeff. Great job.
Good man. Earthbreaker not going to land on the left side. You know, looking at the back to the experience, I mean, 5,200 at 9 minutes. This is basically going to be a free Gold Fury in a minute or two. All it's going to take is one single pick, because I Wish Adanas is struggling to engage at any point, and they really don't have any ground to kind of go and counter-ward anything. This is the downside of being the team that's behind, is that you don't have map control. Damage onto Athlete, this is going to be a dead right there. Well, okay then.
Ouch. You know, Homie Fee, I mean, you can tell he goes down there, but he's pretty sure that he's invincible in this game right now. Like, he's just going as deep as he wants to, and doesn't really have too many cares in the world, it seems like. He takes a spill there, but a couple times he's gotten out pretty close to not dying and then decided to re-engage just because, you know, why not?
Why not?
And well, all things told here, Dry Bear, it's pretty one-sided, man. Like, look at Jordan over here in the Soul lane. This is a pretty good indication of how it's going. I mean, like, he's holding on to this lane, but Rushed is in control in every way, and that's been a bit of the pace of the game. You know, Wubba's gonna have a really hard time, 2 levels behind the Thor, of getting real pressure around the map, which is what Bastet really excels at, right? You want to ban the Thor, I think, to pick this god, because she helps you spread the map out. She's such a huge threat to targets that are by themselves, besides really high mobility bruisers. Yeah. That, like, when you have the Thor on the board and he just kind of follows her around the map and she goes in, dumps her kit, and he ults her. It's like, well,
stun the cats, AoE the cats, they're all dead.
In hand you some.
Oh, look at this. This is a 2-versus-1 left lane. Thor's going to go up in the air. This is going to be a shot at Geb, I would imagine.
Yeah, he just canceled his rollout. This is free.
Dunk, damage on top.
Smack,
the wall's going to come out right after. Bagel, back to the tower. There's the hammer.
Blink, whack, whack, whack. Oh, he missed the Earthshaker. What a noob. Yeah. But Homie Fee, he'll continue in. Not going to find anything.
Vulcan's going to go back to the mid lane here. Level 9 versus the level 12 Mace to the Face, who is kind of dead zoning that turret there. And Mace to the Face going for that improved sprint into Aegis Amulet, so no purification beads for him, but he does have that CC immunity with the shield, so a good combo. And it gives a lot of movement as well. Gold Fury is going to be started up here for 5 Angry Men. They're going to get that gold gain, 1,500 overall, 300 per player. And there's nothing. They can Earthshaker it, and Apollo ult it. Is he going to go in? Oh my god, he is!
They didn't steal it, but
he looked
good doing it.
Yeah, that was good. That's the Zatman motto.
That is the Zatman motto right there.
That's it.
Speaking of Zatman, rumor has it he's playing in this tournament this weekend.
There you go.
With Wolfie and DJ Pernicus.
Oh, boy.
That is a team of large mouths. Nothing else.
Okay.
Egos and egos and opinions from those guys. Well, Wolfie is pretty.
He's a nice guy.
He's a pretty nice guy. But Pern and Zatman, they both have their feelings about things.
Strong feelings. Thor's going to go to the right side. We see Jordan spotting it out through that ward on the mid camp as he goes back towards the tower. He's just going to be taking over this solo lane as Bastet Cats come out for Nox. Can he find this sprint? Is enough?
Turn up.
Aegis Amulet is still active. Gonna use it. Bind time. The cats get the kill.
That ultimate is so dumb.
Oh, man. The commitment from the kitty cats is enough, and that's how you feel when you own a cat and they're stepping all over your keyboard. I feel like you can't escape them.
So silly. Like, the fact that they slow you is just so gnarly. Like, they're just like, oh, you got hit once? Well, now you're just going to get chain hit. And really, you know, we didn't really give any credit to this pick, but Bastet does have a pretty damn good matchup versus Nox, who, well, is never really going to have enough damage out of her 3 to drop the cats by themselves.
Well, it's why he went sprint, right? It's just to
yeah. You're right. I mean,
he's immune to slows. He's
sure.
got that movement speed, and it really just was. I think he was just too low on HP by the time it happened. I think it was about a second away from getting safety, right? Because the cats were about to disappear. But I mean, that's just the power of Bastet, and really, she needs it.
I think I like the combat blink better than the sprint this game. I mean, granted, he would have probably dropped another couple kills through the rest of the laning phase here, but it does give him some better late game options versus you know, the damage from the Vulcan and the Geb lockdown, Apollo crashing in on him, and even the rush down from Vamana. You know that he's going to have a sprint 3. He's going to have that Witchblade most likely as well. It's going to put him above your MS anyway. He's going to be able to run you down. The combat blink gives you that ability to peel away from, especially if it goes into the Fatalis. So, but he has elected to go sprint and beats, and you know, nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's also got that movement speed from the shield as well, and so he'll be able to use that. And also, the shield gives you CC immunity for the duration, or most CC immunity for the duration. And so using the movement speed to be aggressive or defensive allows him to use it a lot more often. I mean, you've got a 60-second cooldown on the sprint versus a 3-minute cooldown on the combat blink. So it's a 3 to 1 ratio of usability. So I mean, to him, I think he's not really too threatened by what's on the side of. I wish Adanas, maybe if Vamana gets closer, Apollo's on him, but I think he's comfortable with his ability to disengage.
Well, to the credit of the Adanas team now, they've slowed the pace down a bit.
Cats.
It's not going to be maybe with the meatball. Nope, no more bleed either. Knowing Homophy though,
how many times is he going to get away with
He's going to go
HP?
back in and well, 2 in that engagement is the answer to that question. Now Vamana in a bit of trouble though, because Rushed, he's not going to have too much trouble dealing with this right now. There goes all your healing, son, and he's going to lock you down with the stun, and doesn't matter if you turn into a big baby because you can't heal, but there's a Geb shield nonetheless, and that's going to be enough to save the day. Not enough damage from Nox to clean that one up, and Vamana finds his way out. Actually pretty well played there, you know, using that ultimate the last possible moment, getting the couple ticks of healing out, and Rushed walks away empty-handed. However, this does create lots of room for Buccaneath to find some damage on that tier 1 on the left side. This should net a nice chunk of gold for the 5 angry gentlemen.
Apollo might get there in time. He's almost there. Neath, if she can do enough damage quickly, he'll have to clear that wave. I mean, it's going to be really tight. He'll have to clear this wave as fast as possible and then get in the way of Neath's shots. Once he does that, yes, he's right in front of it. Neath now shooting at him instead of the tower. Tower will survive, but only just. And I think the beauty of that, right, it's really hard to have the discipline to hold on to your Vamana ultimate until the healing reduction is gone and then ult.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's it's scary, right? I mean, like, you're like, oh,
please.
But like, I think that like maybe you maybe think like, oh, this ultimate's gonna give me like a bunch of temporary HP, which is not really how it works, you know? Like, I mean, like a lot of players think we just pop that ultimate there, really thinking like, oh, it'll just make me more resilient, which it really is only okay at that. It's really the healing that's so hard to burst through.
Well, at this point, they've cleared out their side of the map for buffs. The blue buff has just respawned. A lot of wards on either side of the map. In fact, looking at the wards placed, 9 placed down here by Athlete, but 5 there from the Soul Lane. Actually, more wards placed on the side of I Wish Adanas than 5 Angry Men, but not really necessary. Left side, Cat's going to come out for Neat. Backflip is down. Purification Beast comes out. The slow will land. Looks like they might be finding a kill here. Damage will come out. Nice heal from Unravel. Root to the ground for Bagel, but the Cats are the main target from the tower. They're still going. But Neath survives.
Dev's gloves. Does she have the ultimate up? She does indeed.
There
she
comes
can join this fight. Wow.
Oh!
Down goes Wubba. Yeah, that's just got to be worried about when you fight the Neath. You diver, you dump a bunch of cooldowns, and you don't get the kill. And you can be pretty sure that, you know, she can just re-engage really far away, and that's a free kill on the hide on
nice
Bush.
Combo from,
I don't think they get Bagel here. No, that Geb shield actually saving his life.
Through
a lot more
blue
damage.
Buff camp, actually.
Yeah, a really nice play by the athlete there, showing his athleticism.
Wow, I mean, amazing, and it really takes a lot of forethought to do that, right? You're like, oh, I'll just go help in the lane, and you really have to understand that he's almost dead. He's surrounded. I have to get there within this time frame, and he knew he had to go through that blue buff camp to do it. Gold 3 started up here. Geb is there, looking for the steal, gets body blocked, gets thrown away. Shockwave comes through, taking a lot of damage here. Can't get close enough. Nice wall from Thor, prevents him from getting even close.
Really, not a great play by the guy there, honestly.
There's a rock.
To use your knockup when you use his knockup and his ultimate there, both of his CCs, before there was a chance to contest for the hog, right? Like, why? Like you got that's why you pick Geb, really. I mean, his laning stage strength, the wall. I'm sorry, the shield, and then his ability to knock up and stun multiple targets when aggressing into objectives. And there, you just don't see it used to that effect, and Athlete takes a spill. I mean, maybe they burn him down either way, but at least he would have maybe had a contest to go in there.
Yeah, it's on Mace to face, sprint activation. Nope. There's the wall. Honestly, that last play, I think that was more so, a good play by Five Finger Man. Mace to face, pops the Aegis damage, should survive. No, the cat scratch will take him down. Moving for the hammer, Driving Strike going to miss as well. Still dodging Wubba all over the place here. They can't find him. Wubba needs to jump over the wall. Needle will come out. Yeah, there's the stun. There's the damage over the wall. He goes.
Wubba,
there goes the minions. Thor's up. This is going to be a into the
dunk. We need ranged minions, man. So the minions could have gotten that kill. He could have got away. But whoa, Apollo in the meantime, he finds himself a T1. Not sure why Neath rotated out of that lane to just throw an ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was trying to rotate. It looked like it's going to be a bigger team fight than it was. Apollo does have an ultimate available, so he's able to get out regardless here. But Neath popping that musket to take it down. And, with the Gold Fury down, there's not really much to contest over right now for I Wish I Was Adanas. You look at the gold numbers, 8,000 gold and 13,000 experience. Is definitely something to write home about. And I think that Five Finger Man at this point is looking to just do the slow and steady race, like more of attrition, and make sure I Wish Adanas doesn't have any leg to stand on, because Fire Giant could possibly end this game.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not really a war of attrition, right? Like, they're winning outright. It's not like it's like this grind machine and they're barely making it out.
I wish Adanas is making too many aggressive plays when they're too far behind. Like,
Wubba
should not be invading the enemy side of the jungle when he's sitting currently at level 12, right? I mean, I don't see Five Finger Man aggressively invading all that time. They've done it maybe 4 or 5 times this game. But I wish Adanas was like, oh, let's go toe-to-toe every time. It's
right,
like,
yeah.
Look,
they need to dodge. They got to dodge these fights. They got to try to make some room. They really need the Vomana to be 6 slotted. Like,
right.
That's maybe when they have an opportunity to get back into this game. He is sitting level 17.
Slotted.
Yeah, he's the only one really keeping pace with the rest of the team. Five Angry Men. Everyone else is really far behind. The Apollo's sitting level 15, and I guess with his passive he can do some damage, but he's almost 2,000 net worth behind the Neath at this point. So, item-wise, he can't go toe-to-toe with her. The Executioner really makes his passive not that exciting in the boxing match, right? I mean, her 5 shots are going to be better than his 7 with the passive. So, at the end of the day, it's a struggle right now for Adanas.
Gets from behind the left side.
Yeah, he's got a great angle here, but he doesn't even really need to do anything, right? Just him being here, they can't fight him. The two of them can't fight the Hercules, especially not with the Neath railing damage into the backside of Athlete here. Bagel's being forced to use his beads and his mez, which means that they can dive him if they want. They're going to go ahead and take out the Geb, though. And this obviously opens up any objective play they want to go for. It looks like it's going to be Tier 2 is going to be the play here. Going to burst down that Vulcan turret and aggress into the tower. Apollo sitting at already half HP and income.
That's rushed.
The Lord of the Afterlife, Osiris, and down goes Bagel. And, not fearing really anything at this point is rushed. He's got a lot of physical damage mitigation.
Nice Aegis Knight meatball. There goes the driving strike, though. Rush is a lot of trouble. He should fall down here to the damage from Wubba. Going to be going down. The mid Phoenix is looking like it could be a target. That mid tower will be needed to take down. Wubba by himself here doing very minimal damage. In fact, sitting really only on a finish. Jotun's looking for that shifter shield, but only so far away. The mid tower will be taken down in a single shot. That shield will keep face to face rolling. And at this point, 21 minutes into the match bar, 19-8. It's a 2-to-1 ratio of kills to deaths. And I don't really seeing. I wish Adanas getting anything on the board at this point. The Fire Giant's wide open. The Gold Fury spawning in just about 1 minute. And that right side tower is going to be an easy pickup for Five Angry Men. And, honestly, I haven't really seen I wish Adanas actually pull together for a team fight either.
I mean, it was an early game advantage. They won all their lanes. Into a mid game advantage, they've taken 2 Gold Furies to none. And it's going to turn into a late game advantage here if this one goes about another 10 minutes. And I'd expect the game to be probably ending around in the next 10 minutes or so. One Fire Giant feels like it's going to be enough to break this one open. They're just they don't have a great stall team either on the side of I Wish I Was Adanas. It's really only the Vulcan that's really like a good clear, or great rather. Apollo's pretty good at it. Bastet's okay maybe until they start getting a lot of HP, unless she has her shifter shield already. Maybe at this point she's outscaling the minion growth. But as it is right now, they're going to have a really hard time, I think, holding Five Angry Men out of the base, just given their lane clear, much less.
Nice hammer stun there on Wubba on the right side.
Look at that SWC ward, man. That's a great looking
beautiful.
ward.
Well, you look at it, right? I mean, we talked about this a little bit in the picking stage. I wish Adanas really had that kind of mid and late game team. They didn't really have to focus too much on aggression, whereas Five Angry Men, they knew that. And so they went very, very hard at the beginning. We saw, like we said, the 4-man invade on movement speed buff being very hyper-aggressive. And I don't think I wish Adanas had a good reaction to it. And now, at the point where they should be doing something.
Really smart stuff, right? Like, they're like, you know what, let's just start killing this one. Like, that's really what they need to do. I mean, it's just the right play to make. right? Start really aggressive with Vamana. Don't really let him farm. No one else is going to be a threat. Like, no one else has even put themselves in a position to be a threat in this game.
Ooh.
So just start piling in on the one guy.
Earthbreaker, driving strike, damage out. Slow from Vamana, not going to land. I mean, they're just forced to defend, and Neath can now split push or join them in the fight. But if they got a single pick, it's Fire Giant.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty sloppy engagement from Five Finger Men, but you know, they have some wiggle room.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
There's
wiggle.
the Nox. Looking for some kind of pull here. Earthbreaker not going to land. Thor's going up in the air. Look at the home. If he dunk, if he gets 3, this is going to be an easy cleanup. Too far away, though. There's the shell.
Ooh.
Wow, the shell bait is successful.
Yeah, I don't know about that shell. I mean, granted, it's a nice item to have, and had he actually dunked down into it, it would have prevented some damage.
Heavily agility.
Oh, yeah, Mesa face charging forward with a heavily agility. Icky as well. The Thor stun comes out. There's the Osiris stun, and he's not going to get anybody with that tether. He's going to be forced back. He's not going to get anything. Popping a sprint, that's going to be down now. Bassett does find himself a kill. Wubba continues to, you know, kind of certainly get in and out. Wubba trying to move forward now, but the crits are just going to be a bit too much. Not even crits really at this point, just the base damage. Paradox still finds credit for that kill nonetheless.
Ultimate.
And
look for someone in the backline maybe as they do drive this forward. It's still going to be a 4 versus 4.
On that.
Rushed and Wubba gone. Wubba did a lot of damage that fight, but stuck too far forward. There goes the hit. There goes the hammer. There goes the stun. There goes the Berserker Barrage. Looking for Bagel. Nice Serenade. It's not going to be enough, though. The shield is on top. Neath going to land here on Jordan, slowing him down. Mesa Face going to find a lead. There goes Bagel in the back, and now it's just Big Baby. But it's not going to be enough to save his team. Vulcan in the back line. He's still alive. Meatball slows it. Whoa. Strange.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. That was kind of weird. I think he got knocked forward while like lagging or something.
A little electric slide.
I mean, at the end of the day here, like, this is very simply just a lot of CC on the side of Five Finger Men and very little for Adanas. Vamana, no real CC.
It's a
Bassett,
damage
no
lineup,
real
and they're
CC.
behind.
Yeah, Vulcan, I mean, he has CC, but it's more like lane control. It's not like team fight. Like, really great team fight CC. It's okay, but it's not reliable.
It's disruptive.
Yeah, it's disruptive less than reliably setting up damage. It's really only the Geb and the Apollo Mez that really are, like, reliable stuns. And then there's like, you have Thor Dunk, Thor Wall, the Tether, Mace in the Face with the big silences, Icky Sticky with 2 AoE stuns, and a knock-up, Neath with that big attack speed slow, plus her root. I mean, like, you saw them charging forward. Bagel comes dashing forward. He gets Neath rooted, gets out of the Neath root, gets Thor walled, and then gets silenced by the Nox. Didn't do anything and died in that fight as he tried to, you know, get that follow-up aggression after the cooldowns were blown. So it's a tougher situation for Adanas to be in. And, well, but not any harder than it is for real-life Adanas trying to run production while dropping HDMI cables and whatever else it is that they do back there. So,
yeah. Fire Giant started up here. Five Finger Men's going to take this one. I mean, it's just Jordan on the side of the map. They have no vision control of it. He's going to head on over, but he could be walking into his doom. Does he have anything to use? No, he's got Hog 1, so that's about it. Early Hog from Hoifi. Ixtick is going to lock this one down. There you go. And oh, man, Apollo's going to be selling Gold Fury, but I don't know if this is worth it. There's not much control of the map. And if he rotates, it may be too late, given the burst damage they have with Five Angry Men. Looking for the ultimate, gonna find it. Looking for Vulcan, getting slowed down here. Osiris in the front line, looking for some damage. Gonna use the ultimate to try and get him off, but it's not gonna be enough to get him away there. They're gonna get the Gold Fury though.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they got a Gold Fury.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of too little, too late, but you know, hey, at least they'll get an objective to their credit. The Phoenix is going to fall here. There's almost nothing they can do to hold out. You can see Paradox is with that Unicorn build that he's gone for, able to stand and fight the Vamana, and
that damage though.
You just can't be having that. You can't be having your Vamana getting soloed by the enemy carry at 25 minutes, right? This is really where Vamana starts shining in the next 4 to 5. And from behind in this situation, it's going to be pretty difficult for them. But the Phoenix does fall. Wubba trying to fight for his right party, but party no more. Says Five Finger Men.
The fun stops now.
Just too mad.
Looking for the Titan, and this looks like it's going to be the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. The Titan HP is dropping down, 87% left. Icky Sticky is taking this one up, and it's on to the on Bush, hide on Bush, but you know, there's not really much left to give. I mean, it's 5 versus 1. He's getting the well, but the Titan is taking some damage. A lot slower than you expect, actually. Looks like they're focusing more on trying to kill them than they are on trying to kill the Titan. And for some reason, they're going to get hit by the AoE Geb ultimate, and they may actually have to disengage here just because they wanted one more kill.
Hey, dude, never underestimate one free kill.
Well, could have killed the Titan.
Yeah, that could have been the one more kill that would have netted them actually, well, a win.
Yep.
But, hey, you know, if you want to score a touchdown, you got to get the ball to the end zone.
That's true.
So, yeah, I can see why they did that.
Well, exactly, you know. That is the perfect analogy that makes all the sense that it could possibly make. But give some time for I Wish Adanas to continue wishing that they were Adanas.
Yeah, you know, do they really wish they were Adanas? Maybe they've never met Adanas.
Who knows?
Maybe that's why they want to be.
Maybe they're hoping to.
I mean, honestly, I wish I was Pecky's.
Right.
I wish I was Pon Pon. I wish I was Scott Gandhi.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of good options.
I heard he's very democratic.
Over Adanas, yeah. I'm really, really proud of Scott for forsaking his Virginian, roots and really embracing just social welfare programs.
Damage here. Bagel's going to go down. This could be a big push for 5 minutes. This could be the final push. 3 players down from I Wish I Was Adanas. 4 players down for I Wish I Was Adanas. The only part of Adanas left is the athletic part.
Oh, man. That's a funny joke. And away we go. Titan falls. Game ends. Smite Holiday Cup brought to you by Curse Voice. Game 1 in the bag. And, well, the 5 Angry Men continue to be, where they've been for about a year now. Really good in Pro-Am tournaments.
And still angry.
And trying to make their way into the pro scene. And I think they're doing a nice job. They'll get there. Mace of the Face is a really good player.
They did, yeah. Well, Mace of the Face, speaking of him, Nox really accelerated that game. I mean, the heavy agility plus the moving E just made it so that it was almost impossible to take him down. So scroll back to that Nox gameplay in the last game. I mean, also went for the Breastplate of Valor for the CDR. Kept himself going with that Book of Thoth. And the damage output, if I switch over and look at the damage output as we wait for that Nox gameplay to come up on screen, we got 26,000. In fact, he did the most in the entire game by a long shot.
Why not?
Neath below that, but let's check this out.
Oh, boys. Oh, wait. Smite Holiday Cup brought to you by Curse Voice. Instant replay going live in 3, 2 now. And away we go. Mace of the Face. Oh. Well, as you see, he's making plays. He's going back in time. So there's the ultimate coming out onto Wubba. He knows he's going to have the stun here, but it doesn't matter because there's a cannonball coming through. And then, they're able to pretty easily chase down this next kill. Like, they continue to aggress. They're not really having good eyes on the Thor. Thor moves forward. There's the wall. There's the hammer. Whack, whack, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And barely not killing this Apollo as that Gep Shield comes through from the blue buff. Yeah, well played by Athlete there. As we said, an athletic play. Well, shout-outs to you in the chat, guys. Thanks for coming by and joining us for a holiday festivities. My name is Bart. His name is Drybear. Together, we are your Curse Voice commentary team for the Holiday Cup. Tomorrow you'll have Brandon and Scott, but for now you have us in our lovely Christmas finest
looking forward
sweaters.
to DM's sweater.
DM sweater. Yeah, you can't see it. I wish you could. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can kind of see the Argyle pattern I have here. This is the best I could do for ugly Christmas sweater. I generally am just too grinchy and curmudgeonly to own festive stuff. So
okay.
Well, that does it for game number 1, guys. Game number 2 coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with it as soon as we possibly can. Much love and enjoy chat in the meantime. We'll see you then.